Welcome back to the channel, guys. I'm excited, but you know, sad news today in this video is Hunter is sick. And you know how it is when we don't have Hunter. You got me struggling, trying to film this and do some stuff for y'all. So what I got today is I got her belt, and we're gonna get that put on. I got a fuel filter, so we can, one I can just throw away. That's not the one that's gonna go on here for good. I got some coolant, so we're gonna put it in here. I've got a little bit of oil because with the hair low. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get this fuel filter and all this stuff put on here today, get the coolant put in. We're gonna hopefully today, guys, we're gonna try our best to start this thing up and get it timed and all that good stuff, you know, because I wanna break this cam in today. And then, oh yeah, and we got the measurement on a dry shaft. I just gotta take the old U-joints over there so they can match it up, because we're building a car that the motor and all that did not come in this car. So, you know, it's specialties, you know, the fun stuff. So guys, let's hurry up and let's get to work. This is the only view I can give you right now because I'm by myself. Here in a minute, Crazy Dave will be up here because we're going to get this thing. I'm going to put this in. I don't know if I have to have that Teflon tape, but we'll just put it in right now and see how it does. Come on, catch now. There we go. I don't know how important that is. But guys, what we need to do is we need to get the fuel line hooked up. So I'll probably just run a hose from here, put the filter between this and that little hose there. Then I'll just jump another hose into the gas jug. But then we'll fill this up, make sure there's no leaks. I got 100% of the antifreeze, and then we'll add water to it. So I might add a little bit of water first to make sure everything's in here that is hooked up right. And then we got to make sure these don't touch. Make sure everything's good, the wires are off. I'll get all the wires transfer that we was doing down there, that we was jumping the car off down there. I'll get everything up to here to this battery. This battery's no good, but I hook my box to it and jump it. So I'll probably end up hooking up these gauges, these cheap gauges, just out here so we can keep an eye on the temperature. I'll probably have to take this off and put it in right here, and we'll keep an eye on our temperature. And try out this brand new radiator. Check this fan out, guys. You remember this fan? We got us another one. I wonder if we should put it on instead of this one. Should we put this fan on instead of that one? Let us know, comment down there below. Let us know what we need to do, because hey guys, we've decided that we're just going to keep this intake on here. We're going to save that intake for a big build, and we're saving parts for this next build that we're wanting to do. All right, let's see if we can. Man, I really need a shorter screwdriver, don't I? So let's go over here. Well, what I'm gonna do is I'll probably do the filter like right there and just let it sit like right over here, out of the way. Man, those hoses will get you. If you're not careful, guys, those things right there will stab you. So I'll need to go get a shorter screwdriver, then we'll get back over here on this. Alright guys, I keep taking a picture of myself when I try that video, but I got this on right here. So I was trying to tighten up the exhaust down there to make sure I don't have a leak. I've got to get something to get down in there where it's really tight to get to for one nut. But now I guess I went ahead and screwed this on. I guess I need to go ahead and start filling up with coolant. Alright guys, well, I'm gonna start off with this right here, which is water, because I want to make sure there's no leaks before I dump the antifreeze, because I hate to waste a bunch of antifreeze. Make sure I have everything on the bottom end tightened up. So far, I don't see nothing leaking. Of course, that's very little water. Because right now, I think it's just filling up the block. Yep. Look, because it's still, if you could, well, I know you can't see, but if you could see in there, it is still at the very bottom is some water. Let's look underneath, make sure we don't have no leaks here. So far, so good. All my tools under there. So we'll go over here and get some more water. Well, we could just go ahead and start putting some coolant in it, since it's looking good. I don't see anything yet, so that makes me feel a little bit better. I just wish Hunter was here for this. Let's try this stuff out right here. This says add water. Whoops, now I'm gonna think that's a leak because I dripped some. I cannot wait to break his cam in. So guys, what do you think about this? Should I get one of those overflows? And where would I mount it if I did? Or should I just run a hose out and let it come out down to the bottom? I know on the Mustang, I think it's just running out like down to the bottom. But on this, I think I want to maybe get me a container, put it maybe here, have the hose coming off to it. I don't know. Just let me know what you think down below. All right, guys, look down there. We got water. Well, antifreeze. Oh, that stuff stinks. But it's like a gold color, yellow color. But we got it filled up. Here, we got the fuel hose put in. I got to go find me I have a whole roll of fuel line somewhere. I'm gonna drop it probably down and into the fuel tank. We'll put it over here beside me, and then we'll run all of our wires up here. We'll take off the breather, make sure everything's tight on the carburetor, make sure, look around. I've looked underneath, made sure that nothing's leaking. There's no leaks. So far, so good. So let's keep going. All right, guys. Got that fuel line on, running down through here, down here. I'm gonna take this off and stick it down in there, and we'll see if our fuel pump works. And David's about here, so we're about to get this thing going. I'm excited. Coolant, good. I don't know why I keep doing that. We'll put this on so tight. But should I run me a line just off there? I don't know. I'll ask David when he gets here. So far, I've got everything ready to start. I got to get that bolt tightened, but I thought I'd get this stuff done first. So, well, I need to hook this up. So, just the temperature gauge. We'll get it. I'll unhook it, open it up, and get it hooked in, and then we'll get back with you in 1 second. All right, old Crazy Dave is hooking up the oil pressure on this gauge here. We done got the heat, the temperature in over here. So now he's gonna hook this, and then we'll run it back there, hook it into the geyser that we had at one time. We had oil shoot up 12 foot in air. No, I only shot about 12 inches. But still kind of flipped me out, David. Yeah, because I was not expecting that. You know, are these like just junk?
No, these are gauges.
Can I use these in the car?
Yeah. I mean, they're all, just because it's got a fancy name don't mean nothing.
Well, this is like Harbor Freight Special.
Well, I mean, hey, I've used worse.
But, I mean, we might use them until we buy a new set. I mean, it's okay to change these things, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'd change them or not. I mean,
if they work, they work, right?
They work, no matter what the name is.
Yeah. So if you look at that clear line, we'll be able to see if oil's going up through there, right, Dave?
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll be able to see the pressure, which is going to have like all the pressure you need. What's a good pressure on a 283? 40, 50, 80?
Yeah, Chevy run on 15 pounds.
I know, that's what everybody says.
But this in here should have around 75.
Oh, wow.
Cold, probably I'd say around 40.
Oh, and what I done that David said, Jim, you ain't put coolant in it yet. Because I almost forgot to hook these gauges up. And I already filled up the radiator. And so Dave, he done a magic trick. We're going to have a little steam, guys. So don't think something's wrong, because when that thing gets warm, it's going to steam right there, ain't it, Dave?
Yes, sir.
I might get a rag and clean that up so nobody think, your motor's smoking. I got to add one more quart of oil, right, Dave? That's all I got, so I only bought 1 quart, so we'll add that. Let's see. You need a stool?
I might need a stool, I'm sure.
Me too. I can barely reach it. All right, we'll get back with you as soon as we get these gauges hooked up. I want you to look how I take care of David. Got him a prop to stand on, because that is a tight little area he's in. He said I would have never done it. I would have threw it.
I think I got it now.
He's got it. So we got oil pressure. What do we got, Dave?
Oil pressure, water.
We got oil pressure, water. We got the battery over here. We got all the wires ran up here. We got the fuel. Oh yeah, I need to go ahead and put the fuel line into my gas tank. This makes you have 50 more horsepower to the green VP Racing. And we got the charger so we can make sure that we have enough juice to start this thing. I guess I need to clean this stuff off, don't I, Dave?
Yeah, we need to go ahead and clean the car.
We'll get everything cleaned off the car. We got the antifreeze in, get everything cleaned off the car, and start this bad boy. And I got to get the timing light, don't I?
Mm-hmm.
I'll grab it. All right, guys, we got this timing light right here hooked up. There, grounded it here. We ran a hot wire to the battery over there, because this is a short little wire. And we're about to get this thing. David's over with his vice grip, you know.
Well, we ain't gonna turn them.
Hey, that's the way to do it, I think. Vice grips, you know, they're good for everything. I'm gonna have to get the rest of this stuff off this car so we can fill up the carburetor with some fuel, some push water is what Donald calls it.
Petrol, dinosaur fuel.
Yeah, or liquid gold right now. But I'll tell you what, I can't wait to get this thing running. Can you, Dave? All right, I don't know if we got the right size belt, but because it seems like it is way too tight. But David said he knows a trick on how to roll that belt onto it. If not, we'll run down here to O'Reilly's and get another one. All right, we'll fill up this carburetor, the bowls here, so we can have a little bit of fuel in there, right, Dave?
Mm-hmm.
I cannot wait to hear this thing. We'll have to open that garage, and it's so cold outside today. All right, well, we got this going. Whoa! You know, we got some fuel. We put just enough in there. Maybe a little too much. Nah. What do you think? You can never have too much fuel. I don't see nothing leaking, Dave. Whoops.
That's enough.
Hopefully that fuel pump will kick in and get it going. So, does it look like I have everything hooked up? Ooh, there's your lone wolf. All right, we got it turning. So,
Let's see if we can get this belt off.
do not cut your fingers off.
Now, we might have to take it straight in for a no. Give me a flathead screwdriver.
All right, well, we got the wrong belt at O'Reilly's again because we just got the wrong belt. So Dave's got us away. So I'm not making another trip down there, are we, Dave?
No.
So we're just going to do this, get it running. Cause we're not driving it. We're just trying to get it timed and just try to break in that cam a little bit, aren't we?
Yes, sir.
And that way we run fuel to it and see what this thing really sounds like. We might have to get a belt to let it run for a while, won't we?
We'll see. We just gotta get it started. Then we can.
Try to get that working.
Then we'll get that working. Because right now it's just cold nature.
Well, you know, it is a Chevy. It's that Holly.
That's rebuilt.
Yeah, that's the first time it's fired up since you rebuilt it, ain't it? But it started. Man, we put a lot of gas in there, didn't we? Flood that thing, by gosh. No, I'm joking. Get your trigger. You need a screwdriver?
Your fuel pump's not pumping.
It's not pumping. Dave, this thing sounds good, don't it, buddy?
Mm-hmm.
Look at this rope belt David's making. We're gonna take that back to O'Reilly's, the other one, because it just snapped like it was a piece of junk. Not saying it's a piece of junk, are we, Dave?
No.
The fuel pump works. He primed it and it started working. It set and idled. Sound pretty good, didn't it?
Yes, sir.
I went back here to get that screwdriver and that thing's hitting a lick. Sounds real good back here. So as soon as you start back up, Dave, I'll take them back here and let them listen to it. I don't know if you can tell the justice on the phone though. If it does it justice, do you think?
Phones don't do that good, but it'll sound good.
Tell you what, I love the way it sounds. Look at that carburetor. It was smoking. David rebuilt it. It ran good, didn't it? See, that's what you gotta think. Crazy Dave carburetor shop. He laughed on that one. So let's get to work. First start, first crank. We got oil pressure. We got a fan going. Maybe you want to adjust that a little bit. Whoa, that thing sounds mean, but it's out a little high in it. You're like a brain surgeon.
Oh, yeah? Well, we get a belt on it so we can get the rest of the way tuned in.
Oh, yeah, because this thing is sweet.
This cam should be about broke in now.
Look, the crown is still there.
Yeah, bandit turned fast enough.
Do you think it's tuned, broke in by now?
No, it's not broke in, but it's set for it. I mean, it's got good and warm and has water to run through it, and everything's got hot now. Everything should be good. You don't have no leaks, no.
Are you proud of me, Dave?
Yes, we're proud of you.
Oh man, this is like
we're
exciting.
Proud of the belt.
We're not proud of the belt, but we can't blame it on the O'Reillys.
No, it was a gate. It's a Gates belt.
Yeah.
Gates problem.
Yeah. We'll blame it on Gates. All right, guys, we're gonna stop right here, and we'll get back with you in a second. All right, guys. Well, Crazy Dave, we got it going, didn't we, buddy? So sad that Hunter wasn't here with us, but he'll be here next time. But David, it ran pretty good, didn't it?
Yes, you run good for.
We got a few little. I never gapped the plugs. I've got to do that, right?
Yep.
Because they were. Who knows? Then we got to. David's got to adjust some things more on the carburetor, and we need to get it a little warmer. We have to get a belt. We can't run it too long without that. I mean, David's contraption worked for a while, then it would blow off there. But it was fun, guys. So make sure you give us a thumbs up, and thanks for watching. We'll see you later.